Long live boxing inside the ring with Manny and Sean, breaking it like it is, like it should be, like you fans deserve it. A lot of boxing news throughout this weekend, but before we get into that, we'd like to congratulate all the mothers in the world. Thank you for all you do. Happy Mother's Day, and I hope you will treat it well. Today, it's your day. Enjoy it. Back into the news today, boxing was a great weekend for boxing. We had a couple events going on, and one of the biggest highlights is Tucson, Arizona, which it had two amazing fights, two rematches. One of them in the junior featherweight division, WBO champion Emanuele Navarrete. He faced up the challenger, actually WBO champion Isaac Dobby. That's a co-main event. On the main event of the evening, for the WBC junior lightweight, Fernando Francisco Vargas against Miguel Berchelt. Miguel El Alacran Berchelt. Amazing two fights. Great weekend for boxing. And starting with the main event of the evening, the fight that actually we all expected to be different. We all expected to be not a one-sided fight like it was, but at the same time, I mean, Isaac Dobby, wow. You know, that first fight, I have to give it up to you. You gave it all, and I know you did this, yesterday as well. But at the same time, although Navarrete, you could see that he was a stronger boxer. He had a game plan. He came in and executed. I remember on the first fight, even you had mentioned as well as that you feel like you needed a little bit more training, that you needed more stamina. No doubt about that. You came in stronger in this fight. You look in great shape and in great conditions, but the problem you had right there is you didn't have a game plan. You came out of the gate just trying to get a one-hit, one-shot punch to try to knock down Navarrete, and that just didn't work out. Navarrete stick to his game plan. He was setting those punches with a jab, left hook to the body, and also coming in exactly when needed, bringing in that uppercut. Keep in mind, Isaac, all he did is just trying to get those wide open shots, into the body. He did actually gave a couple of shots to Navarrete. He actually took them well, but at the same time, I don't think that game plan actually worked for you. We also saw a different Navarrete. We saw him, taking control of the fight, and it was a great performance overall. We know that Isaac mentioned that he wanted to move up in weights. I think that's a very smart decision for you. You said you were going to get stronger. The stronger you get, the heavier you're going to be. So we wish you all the best. Moving up in weight. As for Navarrete, what's next for him? I mean, he's seated on the driver's seat right now. You're seated so comfortable right now. I think that right now there is a fight that's going to happen pretty shortly, July 13 in DAZN. Rey Vargas and Tomica Kameda. That's going to be a great fight. It's going to start, putting path into the junior featherweight division, and to see what's probably going to happen next. I like his response. They ask him, Navarrete, what do you want? Who do you want out there? And he said, hey, listen, I just come here to fight. I made a statement, all right? I proven myself, all right? I am the champion, and you know who I am. So that clearly sends the message to Daniel Roman. I know you're waiting for the winner, Rey Vargas and Tomica Kameda, okay? But at the same time, there is a contender here. There's someone that can give you run for your money. Right now, you got the WBA and IBF championship. You said you wanted all along to unify the belts. You are waiting for Vargas, but I think right now the right choice for you is to go ahead and give an opportunity to unify those belts against Emanuele Navarrete. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a phenomenal fight. It's going to be great, and I think that that junior featherweight division is kind of getting in place to major fights. On the main event of the evening, with the WBC Junior Lightweight Championship, another great rematch, another fight that you know, we were so excited for it to happen yesterday, and I thought it was going to be a little bit better than what I've saw, but at the same time, a lot of props for Francisco Vargas coming in. He's a true warrior. Both are incredibly in shape. Yes, there's more experience in Fernando Vargas than Miguel Berchelt, but at the same time, you know, they both came in and gave everything they had. Miguel, he was just too strong yesterday. I think his corner did the right thing. You know, you have to take some punches sometimes so you can give a punch, but there were so many punches you were taking last night. This is one of those fights that reminds us of the strength of this division. You know, back in the days, you know, with Marco Antonio Barrera. As a matter of fact, Castillo was there last night. It's great to see him out there again getting involved, because you guys have set you know, the standards into this division, right? How we want to be able to see this you know, fights, 12 rounds, just punch after punch after punch. And just to give you an idea, Miguel Berchelt threw 729 punches in 6 rounds, landing 293. That's a 40%. I mean, their previous fights, it was a brutal fight. He's I don't know what his career is gonna look like moving forward. I think he needs to take some time off and being able to readjust and think about what's his future looking like. But at the same time, Miguel, you've been calling out Lomachenko. I understand he's the premium fighter. He's the fighter that's got the money, right? That you know, any fight with Lomachenko is going to give you a very nice, you know, chunk of cash. We know that. We understand that. But at the same time, you got some unfinished business to take care, right, in the junior lightweight division, and that is, my friend, waiting for the winner of Ito and Herring, which is going to happen May 25th. It is the main event, which WBO champion Ito from Japan is going to take Herring. That's going to bring another excitement into that division. I know that you know, there's a lot of stuff for Lomachenko in the future, and we've talked about that. We've mentioned that as well, and I think the future for Lomachenko moving up, it's looked promising right now. So you're going to have a lot of catching up to do, but in the meantime, you got your hands full. I think you can definitely dominate this division, okay? But at the same time, you know, you have to be able to kind of take this one, right, get back to the drawing board, and, you know, being able to defend yourself a little bit more. You're taking a lot of punches, and that's crucial for the longevity of a career. I can't wait to see you fight again. You're such a great boxer. You remind us of never giving up, right? And, you know, Vargas, the corner did exactly the right thing. And one of the things that didn't happen last night, and that was in the Navarrete and Dogby fight, is Dogby fight should have been stopped, I'd say, in the 7th or 8th round. I don't understand why his father, and I think that's probably the main reason, when you have someone, you know, who is a trainer, right, and it's actually your father, there's a lot of stuff you guys talk about throughout the training. There's the fact that, you know, that we worked so hard for this to kind of give it up. I'm sure Isaac didn't want him to stop the fight, right? But his father had the opportunity to do it. He was getting beat throughout the entire fight. And I think he should have just stepped in there and said no mas at this moment. But at the same time, he waited. I know he was looking for a one punch just to try to get Navarrete down, but that was going to be impossible. And I'm just glad it happened where it happened, late, right, in the 12th round. But going back into Francisco Vargas, great job for the corner, acknowledging that it wasn't his fight, although he was pressuring in a lot of moments. He was counter-punching, he, you know, doing everything possible he can, but at the same time, it wasn't his night. So great stoppage last night, great fight overall. Looks like the division is kind of getting into a shape, and we're pretty excited about this, guys. This is going to be something that we're looking forward to kind of follow through as well. In other boxing news, we also had some PBC on Fox, which we had the Eagle Bank Arena in Fairfax, Virginia. Then the super welterweight division, we had a unification bout, WBA and IBF, Jarrett Hurd against Julian William. Wow, I mean, this is the heavy favorite, the champion, Jarrett Hurd against Julian Williams. He came to fight. He came to fight. It's one of those fights that you always kind of tend to root for the champion, tend to root for the one who's the favorite in it. And like I said, it's not that I see Williams the chance to win, not at all. But at the same time, I think that it's any given day inside the boxing ring. So, you know, he was a stronger man in the ring. He continued to stay within his plan, jabbing, you know, throwing punches, moving around the ring. He controlled the ring well enough. And, you know, even, you know, Jarrett said it at the end of the fight, you know, it's just no excuses. He was just the better man. So, lots of stuff going on in the boxing world. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before I go, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Harold Lederman for an amazing career, for thanking for the great memories that he left us with. I remember back in the days in my native Puerto Rico, we would, you know, watch boxing since we were kids, and we'd try to analyze, right, the fights and try to score them as well. We always wanted to kind of be exactly in sync with, you know, with Harold Lederman, and it was a true pleasure listening to his perspective in round by round. So our condolences to the family. May you rest in peace. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support to give us day in, day out. Let us know what you want us to talk about. We'll break it down like it is, like it should be, like always. Long live boxing. Till next time.